Hello, welcome back to another week. Today is Monday and we're just hanging out in Atlas's room. He wants to sit up so bad. He does pretty okay, like just sitting there. If we like sit him up, I mean, he lasts for like a couple seconds. But anyways, this morning I am going to work on putting up his 3 to 6 month clothes. So he is officially wearing 6 to 9. He will be 6 months old Thursday. So we are moving on. So I'm gonna put those in some bins and get them stored away. At 5 o'clock, which might seem silly to some people, but I have a good reason. So I don't know if I'm the only person that feels this way, but I just like feel better when my hair is done. There's just something about it. So, which, okay, it's gonna sound silly, like there were a lot of factors, but when Atlas was born and he had to go into the NICU, obviously like I stopped off at home on our way, like meeting him at the hospital to take a shower because I had given birth the day before and still hadn't had a shower. And so I just like, my hair was wet, like gross, whatever, and I didn't do anything to it because I was like, I want to get to the hospital as soon as possible. And of course, like I'm recovering from birth at the same time, but like I just felt gross, you know, like just not my best, which, you know, can be explained by a lot of things, but that's not like, I've felt that way before, just like, you know, days and days after, like, yes, after you like haven't done your hair, like you've been in like junky clothes for days at a time, like I don't know, there's just something about it, like you just feel refreshed like when your hair is done and things like that. So when Atlas had his second surgery, I literally took a shower the night before and I blow dried and I curled my hair. And obviously, again, I wasn't recovering from birth, it wasn't like my first hospital stay, so I know like the factors were different, but I just like, you just feel better and my hair lasts longer, like between washes, if it's actually styled, like if I've actually curled it, I can go like several more days without having to wash it. And when your kid's in the hospital and you don't want to leave, like they have showers there, but you know, you don't really want to take a shower at the hospital. So it is the night before Atlas's third surgery and I am curling my hair and getting ready because we have a not as early of a call time. We have to be there at 6:15 tomorrow. The first time we had to be there at 5:15, which was rough. I think my alarm was set, okay, so it's 5:15. I think I told Briar I wanted to leave by like 4:45 just to be sure. And then of course, like I had to make sure we had everything. And so I think I set my alarm for 4:15. And I was so nervous for that surgery, like I like didn't even sleep. I don't think I went to sleep till like midnight. And then I woke up like every hour. I think I'll do better with this surgery just because like we've been there before. My biggest worry, like of course I want the surgery to go well, but like I trust his surgeon a lot and she's done a great job. So like my one of my biggest worries is just like getting off of his schedule and like how that's gonna affect him. But I think because he did so well the last time, I don't feel like as nervous about it. He literally, so, you know, we had that super early call time last time, which is fine because like he's been sleeping through the night, so it works out to have a like sooner call time because he can't eat before. His last surgery was like 5 hours. This one shouldn't be that long, but his last one was like 5 hours. So we got into a room, I think at like 1 something. I know they started his surgery late last time too. He was under, so like it was fine, but they were like just getting him positioned the way they wanted, and it just like took longer. But so I think we got into his room like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and he's still like obviously groggy. I think by the time he like fully woke up, it was like 4 or something, which of course like homeboy hadn't eaten all day. So he ate some. And then that night he woke up like every 3 hours to eat, which I was expecting, but it also kind of just like made me nervous because I'm like, oh man, like, is this going to disrupt like what we have at home? But then after that, like, how many nights did we have to stay? We had to stay 3 nights. We were there 3 nights. We got to go home on the 4th day. So that first night he woke up, you know, every 3 hours. And then he slept through the night the other 2 nights, which is really great. I'm not like holding my breath that that's exactly what's going to happen this time, just because you never really know. But it makes me feel better that even like that first night where like he woke up like every 3 hours, like he still like did great, and I don't feel like it super like it disrupted his schedule. But we will probably be there 4 days again, even though this is a much less like invasive surgery than the last one. But his surgeon really likes him to be on like IV antibiotics for so many days, just to be sure. Last time we had to come home and do antibiotics too, which I'm kind of hoping we skip out on, because one of them he did not like it, and even it like smelled sour, like sour candy, not like soured milk, but like sour candy. And for a kid like that literally only had formula, I'm sure that was like disgusting. But I had to give it to him like twice a day. And then one of them I had to give him every 8 hours. So, which that one at least he liked okay enough that I could sneak in there at night, because I had to give it to him at like 10:30, I think. But I could at least like sneak in there. No, it was later than 10:30, but I snuck in there and I could give it to him, and like he didn't wake up from it. So, but yeah, there's just something about like feel like I took a shower today, like got all fresh. Like when you have to sit in a hospital, like, and your kid, you know, is having surgery, or even if your kid's just like in the NICU like for the very first time, like I wish, that's one thing like I wish I had done better just like for myself, was to obviously like take care of yourself, because you're just as important as your kid, and like you need to be feeling good so that you can like take care of your kid. Atlas agrees. He agrees. This is what he thinks. Yes? Well, tell them. Give it to him straight. Tell him all about it. Yeah, tell him. Give him the complaints. Give him the list. He is so goofy. He's been kind of like grumpy today. I say grumpy. And he's not like super grumpy. He just like, I don't know how else to describe it. Grumpy is like the best way that I know how to describe it, but he's just been like not happy with one activity to the next. Like he doesn't want to stay like doing something for too long. So yeah, this is our last night before hopefully his last surgery. I feel like we've been a bit ambiguous about like what kind of surgery he's having, and a lot of people like in our actual lives, like day-to-day lives, know the surgeries. Like we're not like hiding it from other people. But I also feel like there's as a parent, like you have to make the choice, like I'm choosing to share this information, but he's not choosing to share this information. So like as far as like what specifically was like going on at birth and things, me and Briar just decided we weren't gonna share publicly like on the internet or anything like that, because it was something that can be fixed and it's something that shouldn't affect his life later on. It's not something Yes? Really? Do you agree? It's not something that should cause him issues later, or that anybody in his day-to-day life later on will even know about. And so we didn't want it to be out there on the internet if it wasn't something that he wanted out on the internet. Now, if comes a time when he's on social media and wants to share it for everybody, or if he does YouTube videos and wants to talk about it, that's his choice. But as far as like us saying specifically, we just didn't want to share it on the internet. Oh, hi. Is that necessary? Come here. You done? Ready? Set. You see the mirror, but look, there you are too. He's too distracted by the mirror. Who's that baby? Is that Atlas? Look, there's another Atlas. Two Atlases? What? Oh my goodness. That's wild. So yes, tomorrow, his third and hopefully final surgery for this. You know, you never know, like he might need tubes in his ears one day, or might need to get his tonsils out or something. But as far as the issue he had at birth, this should be the final surgery. And then it'll be all resolved, huh? And clearly, it doesn't affect your daily life, because look at that smile. You're as happy as can be. Oh, that was a lot of drool. Huh. Say good morning.
Good morning.
What are we doing?
Ready for surgery.
How you feeling?
Good. Excited.
Yeah.
The last one.
Last surgery. Yeah. How are you this morning? Besides that beeping. Can you tell us? How'd you sleep? Yeah. You just want my phone, huh?
Look at him.
So cute.
Silly boy. Feet propped up, hands behind his head. Not a care in the world.
Living his best life.
Uh-huh. We're talking about you.
He can sense it. Is that how we're gonna film?
Yeah.
Okay. Talking about the surgery, how it went.
Surgery went good. The end. Time for bed.
So how long were we there?
4 days?
4 days. Yeah. And we didn't film anything.
Yeah, we didn't. We were too busy parenting.
Yeah. is a lot harder this time, I think.
See, I don't feel like it was. I feel like the second surgery was way harder.
Why?
Because he wouldn't sit still in the crib.
Yeah, but this time was hard because, like, so after he got out of surgery on Wednesday, he couldn't eat that day.
Or Thursday.
Or the next day.
Yeah.
So he didn't get to eat. His first formula bottle was like Thursday night.
Right.
Or Thursday afternoon, I think. And that was hard.
No, it was Thursday night. Because he had Pedialyte all day Thursday.
No. It was Friday morning, actually. Was his first formula bottle.
Yeah, so that was rough. Poor boy didn't know what was going on. Crying because he's hungry and hurting.
Yeah, that's
so.
right. The days just like run together. Oh my gosh.
But we're done.
Yeah.
We're finally over.
Yeah, but that was definitely hard. But surprisingly, he slept really well the first night. Even though he hadn't eaten, I was really shocked by that. And then
the second
Thursday night he slept.
You said he slept pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Last night was rough just because his IV was beeping.
Yeah, which thankfully, so his IV fell out Friday night, last night.
Last night, yeah.
And, which actually might have been a blessing in disguise because they called the team, the doctor team, and they decided to not put it back in because he was pretty much done with his IV antibiotics.
Had like one more dose of IV antibiotics that they like had scheduled for him to do.
Right.
Before moving to oral. So he just moved to oral.
Which helped us get discharged earlier. Because today, Saturday, it was... He wasn't attached to anything but the vitals.
Yeah, which was good. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like this time he like picked up eating a lot better than the last time. Like last surgery, it was such a fight to get him to eat like every single bottle, I feel like.
Yeah.
But this time it was a lot. He's picking it up more. He's not like at full feeds, but just by like an ounce or two like each feed.
Yeah.
It's like not a big deal.
And bedtime went smooth.
Yeah. Clearly he's sleeping.
Yeah, he's doing great. So I think he was just happy to be home. His whole demeanor changed once we got home.
Yeah. He was definitely fussier this time. I think this surgery was a bit more painful for him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Than the last one was.
He was so young when the first surgery was that I mean, he didn't cry out like...
Yeah, as like a newborn, yeah, like obviously they sleep the whole time. He was on constant IV antibiotics and Tylenol. Like this time, of course, they ask us like, does he want Tylenol, you know, whatever. But in the NICU, like they just gave it like every 6 hours or whatever he could have it. And so, yeah, this was definitely more challenging. And we do have to do antibiotics for a couple days. So I have to go wake him up. Like a little over an hour. So like at 10:30. I have to go, not so much wake him up. I try to go in there and just like shoot it in his mouth.
He hates it.
He does. Yeah. He does. But hopefully he's been asleep long enough that like it won't disrupt him too bad. He went back to sleep last night after the nurse gave it to him.
Yeah.
And she turned on the bright light to do it. I don't do that.
He's like, I know it's bedtime. I'm out.
Yeah. Peace
Deuces.
out. So, yeah, just to end the video, we had to talk about it because obviously that was a big chunk of our week. So,
yeah, I mean, 4 days.
Yeah, this whole video is pretty much just consisted of getting ready for surgery and
now we're done.
Surgery. So, but we had some clips before we like went back for surgery.
Yeah. So
yeah.
We're done.
Yay.
Woo! He did it.
He did it. We did it. We survived.
We survived.
How you feeling?
Tired.
Yeah.
Ready for bed.
I'm definitely tired too.
So, okay.
Well, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.